The dust hasn't even settled on the cast of season 13 of RuPaul's Drag Race, and they just announced the cast of Drag Race season 2 of UK. So, I guess I have to review them, and meanwhile, I'll wrap myself in a Christmas present. I hope you enjoyed my Christmas card caroling for you guys. And if that's something you want to see, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright, let's get rapping. Alright, got my brows blocked, and today I'm just going to sketch out my outline, my Christmas gift with some pencil again, okay? And this look is actually inspired by a look I saw Goth Spectrum on Instagram do, and she actually was inspired by McDrew. McDrew's been doing a look like this for the past 4 years, so it looks fun, okay? So I'm just going to make very glamorous eyes and nice wrapping paper body paint. Okay, so I'm just going to draw around. Okay, and there'll be like paper torn around this. Okay, this is just a sketch first. And then I'm going to pop this shirt off. Oh, and I still got my Christmas backdrop there. Hope you like it. It's nice and glittery. And then I'm going to attempt a tartan print. Okay, so I'm just going to try to draw straight lines, just for a guide. Okay, so the cast of Drag Race UK Season 2. Similar to the Drag Race Season 1, some of them look really, really rough around the edges, but I think that's the charm of Drag Race UK. I think Drag Race Season 1 was, a lot of people liked it because it seemed like a very fresh season of Drag Race. And I think recently, some of the girls, Davina De Campo, Blue Hydrangea, and Bag of Chips came up with a whole album of music because they formed a girl group, right, called Frog Destroyers. So some of the music's pretty fun. So check it out. And looking at the cast picture, it seems like they're doing this whole color blocking with, you know, the rainbow flag, right? Rainbow flag plus the trans colors as well. So good on them for doing that. And it helps that they have several queens with, you know, colored names, so they can assign them the appropriate color. Like Cherry Valentine is red and Veronica Green is green. So, and Ginny Lemon is yellow. It seems like an inspiration. Okay, let's start with the eyes. I'm going to put these face tapes on and get my hair out of the way. Okay, I'm going to start with my eyes first. So I've got my face tapes on and I'm just going to scoop up some of this 2W, finished every last drop. One of the things that really stand out to me in this cast is that there's no Asian queen. I mean, last year there was Something Wong, and of course I was a huge stan of Something Wong. I met her at DragCon and I gushed. But there's no Asian queen this year. So, well, I don't know. You know, I feel like sometimes Asian queens are really like this token thing and people don't really talk about it so much. Initially in Drag Race America, the Latino, the Puerto Rican queens were like this token thing, right? There was always like one who was there to speak in a strange accent and people to make all these racial assumptions about. And then it shifted over to the Asian queen. So, you know, you had people like Vivian Panay and then Kimchi and everything. And they never really did really well until Kimchi. And then, and this year there's no Asian queens at all, so that's upsetting. I'm not sure whether Tia Coffee is part Asian. Initially I thought she was Asian, but then she said she was from Nigeria. Maybe she's half Asian, but we'll get into her later. Okay, and also it's very suspicious, right, that they're doing this concurrently with the US season. Initially they were saying that the US season was going to be in the middle of January, or even later, like in March, and the UK season was before, so, but I don't know why they brought it forward. When they're running concurrently, I'm suspecting that maybe there's going to be some sort of a crossover episode. Remember in Big Brother UK, Celebrity Big Brother UK, was it Big Brother? One of those. There was a crossover episode across the Atlantic, so that was quite interesting. Don't know whether they're planning to do that this time. So, I just realized it would have been incredibly irresponsible for them to do a housemate or a drag queen swap during a pandemic. And I just found out that UK actually split their season. They had to take a break during season. There's going to be a special episode where they actually talk about the coronavirus and all that. So, I guess it's going to be quite interesting too. Alright, sorry about that mistake. Okay, just going to blend this right up to the edge. And go straight in with the brows. For my brows, I'm going to try using the Contour 2 MEHRON. I'll be using my Colourpop Stone Cold Fox palette today, which I also got over Black Friday. Very, very nice cool tone neutrals, this palette. And so I'm going to be using a cool tone for my brows as well. This will balance very nicely with the tartan gift wrap that I'm going to do later. Okay, brows. Okay, so the first queen here is Lawrence Chaney. Okay, Lawrence Chaney is 23 from Glasgow, so she's like this comedy queen and she's wearing this purple, very regal, royal purple outfit. And her Instagram does seem to be full of very conceptual looks too, okay? She seems to be quite an interesting makeup queen. She has very good makeup skills, in fact. She's done this Madonna cover. Very, very nice. Okay, so I think she might be one to watch, actually. She calls herself the Fat Bastard of drag, and Fat Bastard was a character on Austin Powers because she's Scottish. And I really like her outfit here too. Her face seems a bit simple and her hair a little bit messy. And the collar looks a little bit too small. I'd really like to see her nice big, you know, Victorian collar. But, you know, looking at the rest of her outfits, I think she's going to be actually one to watch. I think she'll be very interesting to watch. But, you know, I don't think she's going to win. I'll probably peg her halfway. And that's Lawrence Chaney. I'm just going to clean this up some white. And I'm going to be using my blank canvas to just prime the rest of my eyes. Okay, using a fluffy brush. Blend it right up to the edge of this, what I drew earlier. Next is Cherry Valentine, who's in all red. This is quite an amazing look, this red latex look with the red lenses, which I'm sure are really painful. She also seems to have a lot of conceptual looks on her Instagram. And I think she is a really good makeup artist too. She says she's flippy, so she's probably a dancer as well. She looks a little bit like Blue Hydrangea, so she might be like the Blue Hydrangea of the season with all these amazing makeup looks. And she also says she used to be a mental health nurse, so that's very interesting. She says that helps her connect to people and talk to people, but maybe that really helps her with some psychological mind games as well. So I think she'd be quite fun to watch. Set this all now with some powder, especially the brows. Okay, and I'm going to go into my Stone Cold Fox to give myself a very smoked out eye. I'm going to go into the colour Fascinated, okay, as a transition shade. Buff that into the crease first. Yeah, it's very nice. With these cool tones, you get a very natural shadow look, okay, so it can look a little bit more natural. Rather, if you use, you know, warm tones or very, you know, sunset colours, those tend to make you look a little bit more sultry, but this makes you look a bit more natural, I think. And I don't know, I think my body tends to like cool tones better. I don't know, I haven't figured it out yet. I know Kimchi says that in drag it doesn't matter because you paint so much that you cover up your own natural colour anyway, so you can go in with any colour you want. Next is Bimini Bon Boulash. Bimini Bon Boulash. I'm glad I got that right. She looks amazing. So she's got this really big hair and a very this ornate kind of a Russian doll fantasy, looking a little bit like Miss Cracker's finale look for All Stars 5. Well, I love the name. She's 26 and she's from London, via Norfolk, she says. And she says she's East London's bendiest bitch. She seems quite funny. And she seems like she's got a nice, good humour about herself. Yeah, I really like her hair. It seems like one of these stacked wigs that Trixie Mattel does, right? Where she has a base piece and then this really elaborate thing to stick on and flip over. So hopefully she has a lot of very nice wigs coming on. She's quite funny. She says she's invented veganism. Maybe that's a joke during the season. And she has a degree in journalism and apparently she does a lot of social activism. So I'm interested to see what that entails. Her Instagram, she doesn't have as many, you know, to die for looks as the other two that I've talked about so far. A lot of very Amanda Lepore-ish kind of looks. Oh, she's got this very nice poodle hair. It looks a bit like the blue poodle hair I did for my Ashley 50 interview. And there are a few pictures where she has this mullet, I'm pretty sure inspired by Aquaria. But yeah, I'm quite interested to see what she does. The only thing about her outfit is that this straight boob thing, a more sweetheart shape would be nicer. This straight boob thing looks a bit weird, right? And it seems like it's moving with her and she doesn't seem to have any cleavage or anything and that looks a bit robotic or weird, but maybe that's what she's going for. Okay, now I'm dipping in with a deeper colour, going in with Cult's Classic. Just blend it into the crease. Look at that. Blends so nicely. Next is Ginny Lemon, who's in yellow. She's 31 from Worcestershire and she likes to say, "Fancy a slice?" It seems like she's already trying to work this catchphrase in, which usually does not portend well when someone is trying to, you know, come on a little bit too strong. And she looks like she's a little bit rough around the edges. Her makeup is terrible and she's wearing Crocs. It seems like she might be a bit of a dark horse, okay, that they decided to add in to shake up the competition a bit because she says she's a performance queen and doesn't really care much about the makeup. So she reminds me a little bit, of Bag of Chips from the last season, but also maybe a bit of Vinegar Strokes, right? Vinegar Strokes is mainly a performance queen and her promo look was awful for Drag Race UK Season 1. And maybe Ginny Lemon is like that. She's obviously going to endure herself to the audience. She seems to be the most comfortable with her character, right? She says she's a 90s TV presenter on acid. You know, she really knows herself very well. So hopefully that will make up for her lack of, you know, makeup style and everything. And going through her Instagram, she's got a lot of, you know, mostly yellow, so she seems to be a very yellow looking queen. She does seem to have some quirky looks, but her makeup is terrible in all her pictures. When she paints, she does look a little bit like Frances Conroy from American Horror Story, you know, the lady who plays Myrtle. She has this kind of a witchy look to her, so she should do have a Snatch Game, I think, if she gets a Snatch Game. Okay, and then going back in with Fascinated just to blend it out. Go in with a smaller brush, Drama Mama first, which is a deeper smoke out the lash line, and bring it in here. Yeah, so Ginny Lemon, I think she'll be a bit of a dark horse, maybe, you know, second or third out, but I think she will entertain while she's there. Just realized I forgot to highlight my nose, so I just added some white there. I'm just going to cut the crease with my blank canvas again. Okay, who's next after Ginny Lemon? Jo Black. Okay, she's all in black. She's 30. She's from Brighton. Still seaside queen. When I first saw this look, I immediately thought like Norma Desmond, and she actually referenced that later, so good job. Okay, she's a burlesque and glitter queen, she says, but she's like all in black, and she's got this really vaudeville kind of energy as well. Okay, she does paint a lot older, so she does look a lot like Glenn Close in her promo look. So maybe she'll do Glenn Close for Snatch Game. Okay, and she says that she's been performing for 13 years and plays the piano and the accordion. So a lot of musical queens this 2 seasons. Okay, and let's have a look at her Instagram. Even her Instagram says Mr. Jo Black. So, you know, maybe we're in for some androgyny. And you know, she calls herself a glitter and burlesque queen, but most of her looks are black. I mean, she's in a lot of black looks. She always paints quite dark also, very smoky eyes. That seems to be her go-to, with this blue rim around. Not the best of blends, but you know, I think she definitely has this kind of a Sharon Needles meets... oh, here's a picture of her Aquaria. Is it Aquaria? Yeah. And here's a picture of her Sasha Velour. Cool, yeah. She does definitely do this Norma Desmond thing a lot. Alright, yeah, I think she'll go quite far, you know. I think she might even be top 6. Okay, I'm gonna go back in with the Drama Mama and bring that underneath the eye. Okay, who's next? Next is Tia Coffee. Tea or Coffee. She's the one I thought initially was Asian, but she says she's from Nigeria, so either she's mixed or maybe not. Okay, she calls herself the London Queen of Clapham, and she's 30. She does this mashup of everything. Like, she even says that she does comedy, camp, contemporary, old-fashioned, so you know, a little bit confused. Her outfit is not the best, okay? It looks quite simple, like this orange robe with some braids. And she is giving me some Stacey McKenzie vibes, right? One of the judges from Drag Race Canada. She does look a little bit like her. She might be also another dark horse, but I don't think she's going to go very far. She is part of a drag girl group, she says, and this drag group is called the Vixens, along with 2 other queens called Polite Pixie and Woe Adam. So you can check them out on Instagram or Twitter. So she can sing. I think a lot of the Drag Race UK queens are all singers and all cabaret artists. I think that's the kind of queen that I like. Okay, now I'm ready to go in with a little bit of black. Right there. Okay, this black shade called Rock Bottom. Okay, I think I will do the line and everything at the end. So now I'm just going to go in the rest of the face paint. I kind of like had this all planned in my head, but I'm not really sure how I want to approach this. I'm going to go in the lighter colors first, okay? So I'm just going to go in with the whites. All these white bits here, that's supposed to be the torn paper. So using my MEHRON Paradise Paints. Tia Coffee, her Instagram does seem to be... There's a lot of cosplay on there too, so... Seems like she's a bit of a nerdy queen, which I like. Okay, yeah, so, I don't know. Let's see how she does. Okay, I'm just gonna finish coloring this in and I'll be right back. Okay, I've filled in all the white bits with my MEHRON. Now I'm gonna try to draw on this tartan print. Okay, I took a picture, I have a tartan poncho outside, and I took a picture of it, and I'm gonna try to recreate this. I have no idea how I'm going to do this. Initially I thought I was going to go in the black lines first, but you know, that might bleed into the red. So I'm going to go in the red squares first. I'm going to just fill in all the parts which are going to be pure red. Okay, well, wish me luck. And while we do this, let's move on to the next one who's wearing green. That's Veronica Green, Cal Surprise. Okay, so Veronica Green, she didn't really impress me very much. She's 34 and she's also from London, I think. Which is London? Yeah, she's 34 and she's from London. Everything about her looks really basic. This outfit of hers looks like she bought it off like Fashion Nova or one of those Instagram ads where you buy, where you buy outfits for Gatsby parties or something, and then she added some ruffle at the bottom. But she says she's a musical theatre and opera queen, so I guess I'm rooting for her just for that. She says she's tried out for Wicked several times and never made it. So now this is her Wicked, this is her time to shine. So hopefully she does well and hopefully she does a musical challenge where she can, show me her stuff. Unfortunately, I had pegged her to be first out. Sorry, Veronica, but hopefully you prove me wrong. So all the reds are going to be all these spaces in between. Some of it has come off because I tried to prime after I drew, which was a genius move. So this is where the straight edge brushes come in really, really handy. And you know what? I'm almost finished some setting spray. Wow, amazing. And I also released my face tapes because I didn't want to pull my skin too long, but I put them back later. Really hope this red doesn't stain my skin too much. Got a very special episode planned for Christmas, so hopefully stay tuned for that. Next is Sister Sister. She's all in blue and she says she's from Liverpool. And Liverpool is where the Vivian Ward came from, the winner of Drag Race Season 1. Lilliputians, they call them. She seems quite quirky. I mean, she's in this, definitely stands out because of this bizarre silhouette that she's chosen. Basically a pincushion with some lips in the middle. A bit strange, but I guess, she really stood out. And her hair is really, really nice. This really nice updo. Hopefully I'll learn how to do one of these updos soon. Okay, the good thing about going in with a lighter color first is that you don't really have to worry about messing up because later you can clean up the lines with dark colors. Sister Sister, she does have a lot of creative looks also on Instagram, so she's also another one to watch, I think, in that area. This year, a lot of them are really, really good makeup artists. I think all taking the cue from Blue Hydrangea from last season. So I think we're going to be in for a treat. And Sister Sister says that her trademark is always look gorgeous but a little bit bored. That's me in the club, basically. I'm always super bored in the club because I can't talk to anyone and I hate shouting in the clubs. I see where she's coming from. Okay, yeah, and so I think Sister Sister will probably be... I think she's going to be like, second or third out, I think. Not very much else going for her. Go in the lips last so I can keep talking. Alright, so I'm just going to fill in the reds and I'll be right back to do the other colors. Whew, okay, all the red bits are filled in. Now going in with the black. Okay, so I got a smaller square brush for the black. Next is Taste. Taste is one of the queens that I already knew. Most of the queens from season 2 of Drag Race I never knew about until they were announced. But Taste I've been following on Instagram. She is absolutely stunning. She's from Newport, South Wales, so she's a Welsh queen. She looks like she's got a really good sense of herself also. Okay, and she's all in white and she's absolutely stunning. She looks a bit like this Naomi Smalls meets Naomi Campbell kind of look. Yeah, her Instagram is really, really popping also. A lot of sexy looks. Seems like she is a dancer. She seems to be able to move very well, so I think she's really going to shine through with that. I have a feeling she's going to win, okay? I think it's almost like she's the Tara Sanchez of this group. So, and season 2 of Drag Race, I have a feeling that she's going to be the winner. I don't know. And since I think she was probably one of the more famous ones to start off with, it almost seems like it was made for her to win. Yeah, and of course she's wearing this amazing human hair unit that she's flipping around. Which looks stunning. Wow. This is not easy. Next is Ellie Diamond. Ellie Diamond's 21, so quite young, all in pink, and she's in this kind of a jester Bo Peep fantasy. She says she's like 6'4" out of heels, so she's massive. She must be a huge, massive drag queen. That's kind of like what I like about drag too. When I'm in drag, with my heels and my hair, I can sometimes reach 8 feet, okay? Especially with really big hair, because I am about 6 feet. So I really like towering over people and looking like this really humongous woman. I think that's one of the fun things about drag. And on her Instagram, there's a lot of cosplay, so she does seem to be a cosplay queen. Whoops, oh damn it, I made a mistake. I made a boo-boo. So yeah, so Ellie Diamond, another one that looks like she might turn out some very interesting looks. She's got some really amazing wigs on Instagram as well, and some very good makeup too, so I think she's also going to be turning out some really good looks. Oh, and she says that she might give you a fart or two at the performances. So very Rock'em Sakura. Yeah, I think she will probably make it halfway too. And next is Estina Mandela. Okay, Estina Mandela is 27 and she's from London. And she's in this brown friar tuck outfit. Not really my favorite. She's not padded, she's showing off her abs. She also says she's not a gown queen and she likes streetwear. So I think that it's almost a bit like Simone from season 13 of Drag Race. But Simone obviously has done it a lot better, okay, with the grill and the low-rise jeans. This one looks a little bit basic. Not sure if she's going to go far, but you know, you never know. She does look a little bit like Dida Ritz, okay? And you know, Bonina Brown said so in her review. Hopefully she's an amazing lip-sync performer. Estina Mandela also says that she's worked with lots of pop stars, she's danced with a lot of pop acts. So that sounds a bit like Lala Ree from Drag Race 13. And of course, Estina is another queen with 2 T's. I don't know why they're bombarding us with Drag Race. I mean, I really wish they would give the seasons their own time. There must be a reason. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. I decided to choose the hardest pattern to paint on my body, and I decided to make it on a bias as well. So this is like super challenging. I hope it looks alright at the end. Alright, I'm just going to finish off this black and I'll be right back. Finish the black, now I'm adding in some white lines here and there just to give it a little bit more of an interesting look. I only have one more queen to do, and that's Ahura. Ahura I also have been following. She seems to be pretty good friends with Taste because they've been posting a lot of stuff together, maybe because they met on Drag Race. And she looks like a absolutely stunning fashion queen. She's a fashion designer, so she will definitely have lots of amazing looks on the runway. She also has a very Aquaria-like eye, you know, where the colour just wraps around the whole eye. Okay, not bad. Good, looking a bit like Pissy Pussy, also Pissy Pussy, this person who does this very nice bodysuits. Ahura is also really hot as a boy. Seems to have a lot of stuff done, but she gives me the kind of feel of Gothy Kendall from the first season. I was so excited to see Gothy Kendall, but she went home first. Ahura, I hope she does well because I'd love to see all her fashions on the runway. So unpredictable, this the first queen out, but hopefully she does, but we'll see. Okay, so I think I've more or less talked about all the queens. Okay, so I think I'm gonna need some concentration to do the rest of this. I'll be right back. Wow, okay. So I've added some white and yellow. It looks a little bit mushy. I'll try to clean it up later. I think I'm going to go in with this gold called I Dig It. Okay, on my finger to just give myself some gold in here. It's a very muted gold, but it is very shiny. Okay, and then blend that in with some of the Cult Classic. Alright, and then in with my eyeliner. Set that with the black. This is a pretty good black, this rock bottom. Drag Race Season 2 UK. Looks like a very exciting cast. I'm very excited to get to know these queens. If I had to choose the top 4, I'd say Taste, Joe Black, Ahura, and Cherry Valentine. Who are your top 4? Leave down below in the comments. Okay, I think I'm done. Almost done with this look. Just going to deepen up this a little bit, throw on some lashes, a wig, and an outfit, and I'll be right back with the finished look. And this is the finished look. Tartan gift wrap. Don't open till Christmas. And that's my review of Season 2 Drag Race UK Queens. And I hope you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my gift wrap Christmas look. And of course, big shout out to McDrew who did it first. I really like this tartan look. I did this tartan and blonde look before, and I think I really like this, how this looks on me. And this Stone Cold Fox from Colourpop is pretty good. Very nice muted tones, and you know, I look so soft and beautiful under all this gift wrap. Alright, and if you like this video, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell for post notifications. Alright? Okay, my light's just about to give out, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Watch my other videos. I turned myself into a blue Christmas thing here with Ashley50, and I reviewed the season 13 queens from RuPaul's Drag Race and turned myself into a woodland nymph right there. Bye!